You got power?
We got power.
We're getting solar panel power hooked up to the car. Oh yeah. Something will for sure blow up, but hey, that's content. Got their solar panel hooked up. We got 4 ratchet straps holding her down. Today we're heading to Kansas. We just stopped at Archery Field and Sports because I had to get my peep sight twisted and I wanted to get a different case. But today we're heading to Kansas because I've got a tag there for this fall, and then we're heading to Montana for pronghorn. I think Zach, Michael Perrine, and Sam Sohol all have tags out there, which they're gonna start hunting on August 22nd. So today's the 18th. Keith and I are driving out to Kansas. We're gonna scout around for a couple days and then head north to Montana.
Go to KS.
Keep your eyes peeled. There you go.
Kind of ripping. Pretty cool.
8 minutes from our unit. Start looking for bucks. Perfect time. Glass o'clock.
Take her back a little bit.
Might be in a sticky situation here, Keith.
Hold up. Catch it.
Dig the sucker out underneath because it's wedged in there.
We'll get her figured out.
Otherwise, press 2.
2. There we go.
Speaking, are you in a safe location?
Yeah, we're stuck in the road here. We kind of got high centered, our car did.
Okay, you're in the middle of the road. Do you have your hands on lights on?
Yep. Gosh dang it. It's come to AAA. Usually if I get stuck, I don't resort to AAA ever. Usually you can just get it out, but this one's kicking our butt. Sounds good. Thank you.
Alright, sir. Well, I do apologize about the delay. I'll give you a call here shortly with information.
Good morning, Keith. Oh.
Let's go, baby.
We had a feeling.
She's running too.
Oh, running like a top. We're out, baby!
Kind of just feels right now, huh?
Good start to the day. Got ourselves up, got ourselves dug out. Myself a little dinner here. Got a mountain house made up. Found a little flat spot with some short grass close to where we've been seeing all these deer tonight. We ended up seeing a ton of deer all around this piece. Quite a few bucks. That's the best stuff we found so far. You get 2 units in Kansas, and pretty much the last 2 days that's all we've been doing is driving around pieces of public ground. Feels good to find all those deer and especially see those bucks not too far from public. We're gonna camp here tonight and then we're gonna head north. We might swing through Wyoming because Warb's got a tag up there, so we might swing through some of that public and check it out on our way up to Montana. But it's been a good day and a half in Kansas so far. We've learned a ton, marked some spots off that we don't want to go back to, marked some spots that we definitely want to go back to. That's kind of the whole idea of swinging through here during the summertime, is you can just cover a lot of ground and find spots that you want to focus on and find spots that you want to cross off the list. It helps narrow stuff down so you don't have to do all that when you come back and it's season. We're happy with what we've found so far. We're going to keep after it in the morning. We'll see you guys then. Hunting season's almost upon us. Nick and I are on our way to Montana. We're
We're gonna go meet up with Ted and Keith, and then Sam Soho and Michael Parente are also gonna meet us. If you guys don't know Sam and Michael yet, Sam is our friend. He worked at Midwest Whitetail with Ward back in the day. He's the guy with the bus. He's got the van as well. He also has public land tees, so we're excited to be with him again because we haven't been with him since Turkey Tour of 2019 was like really when we spent the most time with him, and just excited to be back hunting with Sam. And then I haven't hunted with Michael Parente in a long time. Him and I were good buddies in college, and we went to a Midwest Whitetail and we were interns there together. And him, Morb, and I spent a bunch of time together scouting public land, hunting public land, so it's good to finally be going to meet up with him again. And I'm also excited to have Nick and Keith along as well, the new interns. Just gonna be a fun hunt. We're really looking forward to just, you know, having that group and spending time together, enjoying the camp atmosphere and enjoying Montana. So this is our third year hunting pronghorn. First year was in South Dakota. Last year, Ted and the guys hunted South Dakota again, and last year I filmed Grant in Colorado. So we're getting more experience doing it. It's a lot of fun. I personally love stalking stuff. Obviously, when you get a whole bunch of reps like this, when you're hunting pronghorn, it just helps you out for the opportunities that you get to stalk deer or elk or mule deer or whatever it is that you like stalking. So we'll be talking about our strategy throughout, but that's really the number one thing. I mean, there's other strategies to hunt pronghorn that you could use, but for me, I just like getting the practice in stalking stuff. And you know, even if we're unsuccessful on this hunt, we'll definitely learn a lot and we'll definitely get better at stalking, because these things are tough, man. They're really good at seeing you. They can smell you and they can hear you. So, you know, they got everything to their advantage, especially when we're using the archery equipment. I currently am a little ill. A few days ago, I picked up Nick, and I started having a little bit of a weird sore in my mouth, and ever since then, it has just exploded. You might be able to tell I got a bit of a flat lip. I went to the doctor this morning, and turns out I just have some sort of virus, and I literally have sores all over my mouth. But we're battling through it, hoping that the medication that I have makes me feel a little bit better. We're gonna push through it. We're ready to go hunting. Been looking forward to this for too long to miss out, and like I said, just excited to go meet up with the rest of the guys. So we're gonna head our way through Wyoming here. We'll see you guys in Montana.
That's where we're supposed to be. I don't know, I can't tell with all these lights in my face.
How's it going? I'm Sam.
Nick, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Hey,
I'm Ted.
Nicholas,
Nice
Michael,
to meet
Kirk
you.
Andrews, nice to meet you.
Nick, nice to meet you.
Yeah. Saw a couple really big mule deer on the side of the road.
Nice.
Yeah.
See any pronghorn?
Saw a
Did you?
bunch.
On the Montana side, or?
Well, it was dark when we got, I did see a few right here outside. Yeah.
Yo, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Got something weird going on here. The best way to describe it is just like mouth sores all over the place. So don't drink after me or eat after me here for a few days.
No, you don't have to worry about that.
Figured right here in the road would be as good a spot as any.
I'll let you get that back corner there first, Ted. Got it? Yep.
Keith, you hang around, I'll give you a tour inside my crib.
Out here amongst the beetles. We were out turkey hunting a couple years ago, just striking out on the birds. We're riding our bikes back down the road, and I look down, and there's like just this whole line of beetles rolling turds down the road. There was like, felt like one of those like David Attenborough scenes, like the dung beetle rolls the turd.
All right,
Beautiful.
time for broadheads. Pre-numbed my mouth so that I can eat. First time I've ate anything since yesterday morning. It's awesome.
Pain?
It's also numb, so it's numb, but it hurts still. You know what I mean?
See you in a hot sec.
Hey, it's hunting season, Wolf.
It's opening day, boy.
Farmer Sam.
That's man Sam.
Handyman Sam.
Yes,
there's two
mule
of them.
deer.
A couple of them right here.
You see more?
Yeah, there's one behind
Left of
him. Smaller one behind him.
Literally saying, would it be fun hunting here? Yes.
That's not a great sign. Took us
One buck.
90 minutes of driving to find one antelope.
See him there, Nick?
Yep.
What we could do is get guys set up on this fence and just do a drive. Like seriously, it might actually work. You want to be the stander and I'll be the driver?
I mean, yeah, I'm up for it. Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, he's not gonna cross that fence probably. He's probably gonna run right down the fence. He might run to 15 yards at you. Why don't we go up here, we'll drop somebody off, and then we'll go down here and just make him run down the fence.
I don't see what could go wrong here.
I don't either.
Well, he's going right too. That worked better than it should have. Man, that was crazy.
Was he standing just right out there?
It was funny because when we were coming up here, I actually heard him blow. Got up to that tall sage right there, right, and actually thought I heard him go, you know, and then but then I heard the fence move, and so I thought maybe it had cleared the fence or like gone under, and so I'm looking, and all of a sudden I heard, I was like, looked up, and here he comes. And then I was scrambling to get an arrow on him, but like he was, I wouldn't have been able to shoot it, you know, when he ran by, and then he stopped.
Keep running.
He stopped at 100 on the other side of the creek, or the drainage. And
So it was like,
It's close.
oh, it was close.
all right, back to the truck.
Yeah. Just needed it more.
How was your first pronghorn stock, Nick?
Got the blood pumping.
It got my blood
A
pumping.
little bit of light running.
Sony his heads. Tails.
Yours, and you're just like, you're going.
You're up.
Like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think you should do it. Let's do it. I'll just go for the next one then. I mean, what could go wrong? I mean, I don't see any situation here where you don't pull this off. It's a Sam and Keith run. It's a Sam and Keith hunt. We'll get the phone scope set up and we'll just sit back and drink our coffee. He's looking back the other way. He's already down. Grass, honestly. This is gonna be great.
We'll make it work. A vehicle coming. We'll use the dust as cover. Smoke screen. Pretty fast. Oh, running.
Away from us?
Yeah.
I'll play it there. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, Sam thinks it is.
Well,
That was a good run.
that was pretty good. Pretty good ditch sneak there. Feeling real strong about that one.
So we were just driving down the highway there, and we looked down in this ditch. We saw several pronghorn does kind of moving down through there. Nick and I came up to this high point and figured there'd probably be a buck. Generally, when you're looking at a bunch of does this time of the year, there's usually a buck with them, and we just confirmed it. There's a buck down in there. They're kind of feeding away from where we're at right now, but we're just gonna drop down in this ditch and just try to cut some distance, kind of using the shade and the trees down there to our advantage, and then also be right along that ditch. That way, if we need to drop down or come over the top, you know, we got options. We're gonna drop off the back of this hill, use that terrain, you know, wind coming kind of this direction, so we should at least have a crosswind and get a lot of eyes down in there. Don't know where everybody is. There's a lot of pronghorn down in there, so it's gonna be fun. Let's give her a shot. He's still up there by that tree. Yeah. A lot of them down there, but might be able to use that ditch, especially if they bed. I say we just start cutting some distance on them, get eyes on them again. Just to kind of keep it relatively safe. Let's just kind of stay low and
try to be semi-quiet, keeping probably 20 yards at least between us. We got a doe right here at like point blank. I just started to come around this bend from up there. I had saw a group of does right down here, and I was like, it's gonna be tough to get past them coming this way, but luckily we didn't bump them. We got a lot of wind. I have to drop back, go up and around to try to cut her off, get the buck, because the buck's up with more does up in front of us. I can kill this doe. She's like right here. I think if we can just get up and around and then get on that side of this doe, I don't care about bumping her back this way, because she'll probably just run right out that way. Probably not even affect a nose, especially if they're bedded down well. Alright, so we just crawled up to those does and then made a loop around them to try to strategically bump them away from where we saw the buck going. We don't have eyes on the buck, but I'm assuming he's doing the same thing somewhere down in this valley. Just gonna keep working around the terrain, popping up on the banks, try to look down in there and get eyes on him. If we do that, we got a fighting chance, I think. And if we fall, so be it. My gut's telling me we got a better chance of getting eyes on him right up there. Right under the tree. I mean, we had those things so toast, man. Just got lazy. We made it, a long way down this creek, and we were staying pretty focused, and then started getting hot and a little lightheaded, and then you start thinking, oh, maybe they're just gone. And they were just under that tree the whole time. I mean, we would have had it easy if we'd have just kept staying. Yeah. Them being down in that spot like that, it should have been really pretty easy. I mean, we obviously just snuck right up to the other group of does, and then we got around them too. Like, everything was right. The wind's perfect, and it got sloppy. And honestly, that was the opportunity that we want. So hopefully we find another opportunity like that. I'm sure we will. Keep working hard and we'll get one. That was a good run. I think we did a lot of things right all the way till the very end, and it literally just got to be where I felt like I was giving up, and I did give up, and I just started walking across there because I was like, well, surely they're not right there after we've come all this way, and they were.
All right, Michael met up with us finally, and we're gonna split up into two groups now. We just don't have enough space in one vehicle, and when Nick and I were stopping earlier, we made these guys sit. But we're gonna split up, cover some ground, see what we see. I mean, at this point, we've been seeing enough to hunt, but definitely pretty low numbers in this area. So we may adjust tomorrow, but as of right now, we're just gonna hunt out the rest of the day, split up into a couple different groups, and all I can say is let's hunt. I think we're gonna head back towards town because we're thinking we're gonna relocate probably anyway, and at this point we're just not seeing much.
What are your thoughts on the first day at Pronghorn?
Pretty lackluster. You know, Montana's not really known as a great pronghorn state, but we usually get a few stalks and see a little bit more bucks on public, so that was kind of discouraging. But we're gonna move to new areas today. We'll just keep on doing that until we find them. It's kind of the name of the game, pronghorn hunting. Is just move spots until you find the bucks on public. Wait until they're in stockable positions and go stalk them, and eventually, hopefully, you get lucky.
Sound like a pronghorn blowing.
What's up?
Oh, you tell me.
Well, not a whole lot. Just putting my life back together after having to wake up in the middle of the night and scramble.
Nasty storm though, huh?
It seemed nasty when it was over there.
What do you think about today?
We're gonna make a couple changes, shake some things up, and I think something's gonna get killed.
I don't know if it's humid or if I just got dust all over my body, but I feel weird.
Here so it doesn't move, or do you want me
I think probably just tying it right here, because this is the part that if you look at that, it kind of is loose right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
This is our buddy bow technician.
No.
No.
No. That's my brother.
Hanging out, drinking coffee, talking big stories, and there's this piece of private right here, a bunch of antelope on it, and we saw 2 bucks, and one went under the fence, is now working his way to this like edge. Sam is leaving this afternoon, so we sent him out, and he's going on a stalk. I don't know, it just went behind a little depression in the, or a sad spot is what we've been calling it. So Sam's about to peek over this hill. I'm sure he's about to see him here in a second.
We're gonna make this next little ridge. Should we just crawl this tall grass? You see him? Yeah, our wind sucks real bad. He's coming. Yeah, sure is. Ready? Yep. Had our wind not been so bad, he was coming right in. But he got to whatever and smelled us and ran out about another 10 yards, and he wasn't gonna do it, so. Oh, that was close.
That was very close. Oh, Decoy did exactly what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, he saw movement, and then when I popped this thing up, he was just like locked on coming.
Yeah, that got my heart
That was
rate
pretty
up.
fun.
That was awesome.
Yeah, shot fired.
Oh yeah.
You did?
Oh yeah.
Just missed.
We
Really?
launched. Yeah, he was close.
Really? Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah, pretty solid. Yeah, feel pretty good about that. Popped up that decoy, and he saw it. Like, he was looking at us moving through the grass, and I popped that decoy up, and he just like squared off and started walking in. Got a range on him. He like did like a little, and then like ran out like another 5-6 yards, and
He
turned
now
now or never. Turned broadside, and he wheeled, and I missed just left.
We're in a decent position. That's kind of what that's saying. Just right here. We're not great, but we're in a decent position.
I love getting under a shade tree like this and just setting up. Driving down the road, Nick's got footage on his lap and working on that, and Prente hops out and says he's got a good buck up here, so maybe we're hunting, we're not sure.
Okay. Let me grab your weapon. Let me grab my gear out of the California Dream. My trusty rental steed. I might change into real footwear at some point. Should I just put these in four-wheel drive?
I feel like that would be pretty sweet.
I mean, they're quiet.
Super quiet.
Super quiet. I mean, it's not very rugged terrain. I might just hunt these.
My mouth's numb.
You grab that decoy? Yeah.
So they're kind of like between this, where the road runs. If you were to take the road all the way straight to the hills.
You see that fence that runs over the hill?
Yep, they're somewhere
to the right of that,
Okay.
basically in between that knob and the next, like in that bottom. But I was just thinking if I could get to that ridge and then pop up that decoy.
Mm-hmm. I think if you can pop it up too. Honestly, if you can pop it up and then move away from it,
like downwind a little bit.
I think that's what I would do.
Yeah,
that's what we've been talking about. We were talking about a bunch last night. Give us a holler for the back out crew.
Always double punch. Yeah.
Hey, good
Feeling
luck,
pretty
good
confident or what?
So confident, you have no idea. Closer than I thought.
Yeah.
So there's at least one doe. See the green just over that little ridge?
Mm-hmm.
There's a doe right there. I think we should see that little tall tuft.
Yeah.
I think we should shoot for that just to relocate. Like, I'll crawl up, and then we can figure out where to set the. Actually, not that far away. So, I think what we should try to do is crawl up that, get the decoy on top of that ridge right there.
Yeah.
And keep eyes on if he starts working up and see if we can get a shot at him. How far are they? Right now he's probably 150 yards, 200 yards. Yeah.
How far all that?
No, I mean if we cover 80 yards, and then with all those does that are higher up, hopefully we'll get one of the bucks that wants to come fight.
Oh yeah.
Try to get the decoy to right there and set up in those bushes. I mean, I think we're gonna be pretty close. I think we are too. Way closer than I thought. We'll go set that and watch them, or try to find them, and then when I signal, we'll both just move down here.
They all spook when you popped up there?
The doe up top caught me.
I thought maybe a buck got up and just started coming in.
Well, I thought maybe two, because they started moving just like right in,
Uh-huh.
and then they just like picked up speed.
Yeah.
It was over.
Yeah.
He wasn't very far away. I mean, he was 70 yards. And
Really?
I was like, ooh, if I can get the decoy up. But yeah, when I got up here, I looked up and there was a doe just like locked on.
Yeah. A lot of eyeballs in that group.
So many eyeballs. Well, most likely so concludes my 2022 antelope trip.
I thought you might get a shot the way they were coming back in there.
Yeah, they were at 100 when they were starting to come back in, but the wind is not exactly in our favor right here.
It's going straight that way. Quite the spread on him, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
They were like,
yeah,
split
that
pretty.
buck was awesome. Like super tilted forward.
Uh-huh.
Like when he was laying there, it looks like he's like trying to ram something, just sitting there.
Uh-huh. He got up there and he shook off, and then he turned and just started following those does out.
Yeah, just they're a hard animal to hunt.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yep.
Would've been worth it.
Can feel all of those. It's like acupuncture for your feet. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we'll see you in a week.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Good luck.
What a guy.
Right?
We're gonna miss. We already miss you, bud.
Oh, miss you guys.
Treat that California rig well now.
California
Yes! Yes! Yes!
That's a great one. Like a riddle. That's how we send out Sam. Let's go up to where we saw the one, where you saw the ones yesterday. We keel. It will keel this time, I think.
This is the one. This is the one. I got a TT.
These are looking good, Mikey P. They're very hot.
You like that?
I like it a lot.
About to burn my face off. Thank you for the wiener.
Mm-hmm. Ours was braid up. I didn't eat that.
Too hot. way too hot.
Saw some bucks right at dark, and we're like, well, let's just camp here and hopefully they're on public in the morning. I don't know if that's the right move or not, but it's what we committed to.
Other than that, there were not many around.
Yeah. We found a decent amount tonight, just none of them really in stockable locations. And that's kind of the key. Like, is
once
not
we
only
find that, we believe that we're gonna get one's
yeah.
meat on ice quickly.
Oh yeah. Yes. Just getting that meat on ice. I love it. Yeah. We'll get after it in the morning for sure.
I'll see you then. No worries. We'll see you then.
The end of it.